So it becomes second nature, and second nature, not only second nature, but you love it. I love to love. I love to be disciplined. I remember one time a pastor in our church said, he asked everybody in the congregation on a Sunday morning once, who here likes to obey God? And I was sitting in the front row, and I was like, the only one in the church. I was the only one that liked to obey God. What does that tell you? Huh? What does that tell you? That I was crazy? That I was lying? No, I was being honest. At that time, I was enjoying obeying God.
Absolutely.
Because I would do things that would be outrageous to other people, like lay down in church, like face down, step outside the pew and just lay face down, and just an attitude of adoration to God and thanksgiving for what he's done and giving us his son Jesus, and that the more that we showed deference to the truth that God had sent Jesus, and the fullness of the Spirit of God could be in us if we just stop for a moment and let God do the work in us instead of us trying to create this love and create this passion, and just let God touch me, and I'll just lay there for a while. And everyone would be like, there's a crazy person. And I didn't like for people to be thinking I was a crazy person. I still don't like it. But I've learned to accept it, because I've learned that what most people do is not the right thing to do. It's just true. So if everybody's sitting in church, I want to stand. And if everybody's dancing, I want to lay down. And if everyone's talking, I want to be silent. And if everyone's quiet, I want to sing. And so you might think, well, that doesn't sound like the Spirit of God. Well, why not? If the behavior of any particular group of people is being determined by an unspoken agreement as to what the expectations are for what's socially acceptable in that moment, then those people will do that very thing, and everyone will have themselves a nice little time, because there's this understood expectation of what is acceptable behavior in this context. So then for somebody to speak out above the fray and let people hear what you're saying, so that everyone stops and has to hear what somebody is saying, you might think, oh, he's really trying to grab the limelight. But it might be the right moment for that to occur. Not because that person needs to be in the limelight, but for that moment, that spoken word above the rest, so that it could be heard, was the perfect time. And then some other day, someone else may have an opportunity to do something where the group is affected by an obedience to the Spirit of God. You may be one of the few in your church who forgive the assistant pastor's adulterous affairs. But you're going to feel the Spirit of God in you working so strong, and you're just letting the assistant pastor know about how much you appreciate the power of God and the beauty of forgiveness and the gift of everlasting life in Jesus, that in a time of so much pain and confusion and selfishness, that is an opportunity for God to turn that situation around and bring healing where there was pain. And you can be like the main person in the church to bring healing to that wounded spirit of that pastor who's being run out of town by a bunch of Christians who know the Word of God, and that it says, cast out the evildoer. So whatever it is, you'll find those opportunities where you can be God to that person.
Oh, yeah.
You can be everything that God would want to be for that person in that moment. You can be that way for that person, and then that will help the wounded one to know to trust God and to trust other people, and to now become more connected with a healthy community instead of the manner that was chosen. Okay, so I think we're all done. Let's check the clock. Oh yeah, we have 30 seconds. Okay, so nice to see you again. Wasn't that exciting and lovely? And we'll see you again next time. It's every Monday at 7:30, and can't wait to do this again. Thanks. Love you. Oh, you know what? You can call me. 203-605-9747. 203-605-9747. Give me a call. I'd love to talk with you.